We are live.
We're back.
It's been a while.
It's been what, December 12th, I think you said was the last time we were live. It's been almost 4 months. That's
Yeah,
wild.
that is wild.
Let us know if you can hear us in the comments. We are using a different camera and microphone system this time. What's it
Yeah.
say?
There's Russell,
Hello from South Cackalack.
and it says ATM.
ATM. No, that's what the RV does. Counts as an ATM and in the wrong way. It's just withdrawal, withdrawal, withdrawal.
That's true.
Is it working? Can somebody give us an update?
Can you hear us, Russell?
Hello. What's this?
It says at the moment. Oh, destination full time. Hello from Beverly Hills.
You bougie bitches. Hanging in Beverly Hills. Let me throw my pinky up.
Mm-hmm.
We're slumming in Tejas.
I know. Texas for those that speak English.
I'm delusional. I'm wore out.
I'm tired too.
It has been a crazy ass week.
And
But let's not start with where we are today. We'll get to that. We've got to catch them up for 3 months. It's been a moment.
yeah, it's definitely been a moment. So
Where we got some people on from?
So Tammy from Palm Desert, California.
Woot
Ooh,
woot! What's
how's
going
the?
on, neighbor?
Yeah,
We'll be out there soon enough.
yeah. And destination full time says Florida. So
Mm-hmm.
the other Beverly
Oh,
Hills.
the other, Hollywood's Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm just getting the messages up here.
This is live, so she's getting messages here. The computer's running it here, and an iPad for notes. We do all this for y'all, and we're just completely disorganized because we have not. Oh, we can't talk about that. Anyway, so let's
because
backpedal.
it's been 3 months since we've done a live.
There you go. I like
Yeah.
where your head's at on that one. Let's backpedal a little bit. All right. So, how in the world did this year go by so fast, so quickly already? Because the last time I blinked, we were in Galveston Island in Texas.
Yeah, for the new year. So since our last live, we had put our house on the market, took it off, put it on, took it off. It's just been an emotional roller coaster. Our daughter moved out last October, so we've
Yeah.
been true empty nesters. And we went to Galveston Island State Park for the new year, and we spent a week there with 20 other family members.
It was awesome. It's such a great time. This year's weather wasn't too bad. Last year's weather,
It rained.
It was cold, cold, cold. But we stay at the state park down there. Somebody's got a connection because they run out the whole loop.
Yeah, and then it's lottery to get in. But just to backtrack just a little, we spent Thanksgiving and Christmas with Destination Full Time.
We did. We did a Friendsgiving and a White Elephant Christmas. Don't forget about the Joneses. They were there
Yeah,
too.
the Joneses were there. Jones and to go.
Right. We're always trying to keep up with the Jones.
We love them.
We do.
Let's see. David Guest is on. And
Nice.
Then La Aventura.
I can't read from here. I need glasses.
I know our readers.
Right. We've got them older eyes that are. And if you hear the ATV in the background, my apologies. It's we're hanging out in Texas, and like I said, we'll cover a little bit more about that. So I'm such a giver. I'm such a gentleman. I bought Martha an amazing gift for Christmas.
Thousand Trails membership.
We did.
That was our big gift to each other.
That was basically our only gift.
Yeah.
Because that thing's crazy expensive. We actually went and actually did it because we looked at it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and we sat down, did the little meeting, and find out what it's all about. Because I'm like, as you know, there's 1,000 videos for 1,000 trails or more.
There is.
And so we went in there, and we know prices change, things change, and all that. So we
Keep the stream going.
Okay, trying. One moment, you guys.
There we go. We're back up.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us and see us?
We should be back up now. So can somebody let us know?
Yeah, black screen. Welcome back. Okay, thank you. When Chris was trying to be funny a couple minutes ago and he grabbed my laptop, he disconnected the camera.
Wah, wah, wah. Way to be that guy.
Right?
Jeez. I told you we were rusty. We were discombobulated.
Don't touch my MacBook.
That's what I get for getting in her lane. I need to stay out of her lane. All right, so we were talking about Thousand Trails. So yeah, we went all in. We got the big Thousand Trails package, which is going to really help out quite a bit as we travel full time. Tampa show, that was an expensive adventure.
It was. Callie Brady.
Callie Brady.
One of the owners of Alliance.
We got to watch it. We're peaking. Let's not get so loud.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm sure some of you have already caught it. Martha has been teasing everybody on the internet, messing around. We did buy a new RV. We bought a Alliance Paradigm
375 RD, rear den.
Rear den.
Chris was like, what's the Alliance Paradigm with the biggest TV? So
that was not the only consideration for the new RV. I wanted something that felt residential-ish.
Yeah.
Right? I wanted multiple couches. I wanted a big TV. I wanted a stereo system that I could do a nice theater system in it. We are going to be living in this thing for who knows how long. We really don't.
No set limit right now. And we like the open floor plan. We have a dedicated dinette area. We have an L-seat couch with 2 recliners, and we're sitting on the love seat right now. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a full tour of it. We literally just picked it up last week, and we've just had to move in. We traded in our Delta. We took the solar system out of the Delta, and
somebody's calling us. I just hung up on them. If it's one of y'all, sorry, I apologize. So yes, we traded in the Delta because the market's a little rough right now. Interest rates are a little high,
and we're on a timeline too. We have events that we have committed to go, obligations, events that we committed to going to that we want to go to, and plus we need to get to California, to the West Coast. And
yep, for my work. So I'll give you a little of the nerd facts, the things that I like. The Alliance, we ordered it. We didn't buy it off the showroom from the Tampa show. We did order. We got dual pane windows. We got a washer and dryer. We got a dishwasher. We got generator, 3 Furrion chill cube ACs, Lippert touring coil suspension, Lippert anti-lock brake system, and full body paint.
Yes.
So we went full in on this one.
And we have day-night shades, which I absolutely love.
But not on camera because it gets a really weird effect.
Yeah.
We tried to leave them up for the live, and it gets the wavy kind of a weird.
And if you've never had day and night shades or just day shades, oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a lifesaver. No more peeping Toms.
Or what did Tom do? Poor Tom. Why are you blaming him?
A Tomette, but
Tomette. So I'm going to try to get you to not cry on this one. We lost our baby girl, Callie. She passed very suddenly right after the Tampa show.
We thought she had kennel cough. We took that Thursday off at the Tampa show to take her into the vet. It was about an hour drive, but it was worth every minute of it, and did blood work. They gave her medicine for kennel cough because even the vet thought it was kennel cough because she kept coughing. And she was current on all her shots.
Right. And then a week later, she was still coughing. So Martha called the vet again, and they said, bring her in right away. So we brought her in, and they did x-rays, and they found that she had tumors inside her chest cavity and inside of her throat, her neck. And the coughing was because one of the tumors started pressing on her windpipe and her organs in her neck.
They were big mass tumors too.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we couldn't do anything to save her. The humane thing to do was to put her out of her misery because she was literally having to choose between breathing and eating. And all this happened within literally 72 hours. It went from, she's got kennel cough to, oh my God, we have to put her down.
Yeah. So we decided to take the house off the market.
What does that have to do with that? Give them a correlation.
It was just too much. with our daughter moving out, and then just all winter, just it's been emotional. And
Yeah, the housing market in Florida right now sucks.
Yeah.
Or it's great if you're a buyer, because like Davenport, Florida, which is a relatively small area where we live or where the house is, there was over 750 houses on the market that we pulled up that were 3 or 4 bedroom, just like ours. We're competing against everybody, especially with these high interest rates.
Yeah.
It was hard. There's few buyers and just an unlimited supply of houses on the market. So we did what we thought was the best thing, which was pull it off the market, and then we're going to keep the house, and then
just play it by ear. Like if our daughter's living situation, everything changes, she has a home to go back to in Florida. If something changes in your work, just the unforeseen things.
Right.
With our interest rate at 2.8%, it just doesn't make sense. Chris's military retirement covers our mortgage and then some, and what I get from my tribe annually covers everything else. So we're blessed in this situation.
Yeah. So we have a nice house in Florida, which, I mean, it'll be an investment property, really.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on over here? Let's check in with the comments before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah, we miss our sweet Callie girl, and it's been hard without her. That's for sure. When our daughter did move out, she took her cat, but left our bird. Well, it was the family bird.
It's the family bird. His name is Buddy, so he may squawk as we're live. Who freaking knows? But
he's a male cockatiel. He's 17 years old. We've had him for 15 years. He's RV'd with us before, but primarily he's just stayed at the house with our daughter. But
not anymore. He's full-time bird.
He's full-time bird, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah. And full-time travel with a cockatiel is a wild one.
It's an adjustment, that's for sure.
Right.
But he's starting to kind of really get into it. He likes sitting on the dinette and his cage.
So we had a blast down in Key West. We went to Better Than Sex with another couple. Doesn't that sound dirty?
It sounds dirty because when you walk in there, it feels like a brothel, but what it is, it's a dessert place, and they have it all sexually themed, and it's definitely an experience to
Let
go
us know
there.
in the comments if you've ever been to this Better Than Sex. I know they have one in Orlando. There are a couple different places that are dessert place. The other thing we did down there that I actually loved was we went on a fishing charter with Destination Full-Time.
Yes, and they have a video on that, and we had an absolute blast.
We did. It was a good time. It is kind of ridiculous that we were using deep sea ocean fishing rods for like 1 pound fish.
Yeah.
We didn't catch anything of any size.
Yeah.
Well,
I did.
Well, yeah, but yours was out of season, so you couldn't keep it. It didn't count.
No, but it would have been the biggest fish if I was able to keep it.
A sardine would have been the biggest fish. But we had a blast down in Key West. We had to get away. We were losing our minds in Davenport.
Just everything going on. So, yeah, we needed to get away. Oh.
Now, that one wasn't me. Leave it up.
That's so weird.
You back up?
Let's see. Start cam. It's back up.
I don't know why it's doing this. I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything. We're using the DJI Osmo 3 as a webcam. It's supposed to be doing that, but it keeps dropping out on us.
That's weird.
That is weird. So we went to the Southern Alley Rally, hosted it. It was a good time.
And that was at Splash RV Resort. It was a blast.
We got to see a lot of you there. It was a good time. And we turned it over to Adrian Ruth. So they are going to be running the Southern Alley Rally moving forward.
With Tony and Larry from Gill Complex.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's our new term? We came up with a new term. You guys let us know if you think this is a good thing.
FTWW.
Full-time weekend warriors. So the reason we say full-time weekend warriors is because obviously my work is kind of forcing us to go back to California. And so we're going to be living full-time in our new paradigm in California. And then we're going to be doing trips around my work trips. The good thing is I don't have to be in the building 5 days a week. That's helpful. So we're going to be able to travel a little bit and do a lot more on the West Coast, but full-time weekend warriors.
Yeah, and I'm excited for that because there's, I think it was like 23,000 trails or their little sister companies, whatever, like all around California. So we can travel all throughout California.
Plus Nevada, Oregon, Washington,
Mm-hmm.
and then Arizona. You know, there's a lot. We're going to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
So that, and we've been wanting to go to Vegas. We haven't gone to Vegas as grown-ups without responsibilities while we're there. This will be our first trip to just get to do Vegas.
Yeah, I went to Vegas years ago when our daughter was 2. So that was like in 2003 for my brother's wedding, and our daughter was the flower girl. So, and the second time was we got to go for a cheer competition. Our daughter was a cheerleader, a competition cheerleader. And then we went during COVID once.
Awful.
It was awful, and it was like 108 degrees.
Don't ever stay in the Circus RV park.
It's a parking lot.
It's gross. Especially in a Heartland North Trail ultralight with one loud ass AC in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about that trip was dumb.
It was.
We just did not know how to RV right back then.
No. So since we're going to spend more time out in the West Coast, we created a Facebook group called West Side Fam Alley. Anyone that's RVing or wants to RV is welcome to join it if you're on the West Side or West Coast.
We want to start getting more people involved in RVing out west while we're out there. We don't see a lot of coverage in California, and I understand the politics. I understand the cost of living, the fuel costs, the regulations. Like, I get it. I'm from there, but I got to work there, and we're going to make the best of it. That's our motto, right? Enjoy every moment.
Yeah, and we're going to collaborate with like some other folks and host rallies there. So we're really excited.
Yep. So why we're in Texas right now is a really fun and exhausting reason.
Yeah. Any guesses why we're in Texas?
Some of you already know.
Yeah, we just picked up our rig last week, and yes, we already stopped at RV Airflow.
Yes, that was step one. We had to go see Art. They just launched the Furrion Chill Cube ducted. So our bedroom AC is ducted, so they don't even have an RV airflow insert for our AC. But he got all the information, CAD drawings, and all that. So we're going to get one eventually. But we did get the Air Direct vents, and we got a 15% increase in in cubic feet per minute in our bedroom just by doing his vents. So that was a cool upgrade. You know, we love Art. We love RV Airflow and Air Direct. I mean, it's not snake oil. The stuff works.
Yeah, and they're a great company. Art, he's an RVer also, his wife and kids.
Yep.
And the last time we were there, of course, every time we were there, we had Callie. So when we messaged Art that Callie had passed, he did cry. And they loved Callie.
All I know is I could say this is cruel and unusual punishment. I smell brisket, and it's rude because I can't eat it till tomorrow.
Yes.
So why are we in Texas? Come on, let's let them know.
We are at Todd Hansen's, so Big Beard Battery Solar Clinic.
Yep. We are at Big Beard Battery's headquarters in Athens, Texas, and he has a 5-day solar clinic where you can bring your trailer, and you can either bring your own equipment or get it through Todd, but you can figure out all the logistics if you're interested in that. And you actually do your own install, and they just help point you in the right direction to make sure you don't burn your trailer up. So we literally installed a complete solar system in our trailer in 3.5 days.
And it works.
Yeah, and Martha even overloaded the system today.
Hey, I was testing it out.
Thank you, dear.
Like, what happens if you run the microwave and the air fryer at the same time?
Along with 2 ACs. Dun, dun, dun.
No, 1 AC.
Well, it's an 18K, so that gives you a hint. The inverters restart.
Yeah, and then you lose power, and you have to say, honey.
Right. So
actually, there's 4 different ways you could do the solar clinic. So there's one where you can order all your equipment, and they send it to you, and you do it yourself. Or you order all the equipment, or have all the equipment, and they send a tech out to you.
They'll install it.
They'll install it. The third one is to come to the clinic and do what Chris and I did. and install it ourselves. And then Todd comes around and kind of collaborates with you and supervise, and maybe he has something a little
Design
different
ideas.
design. But I really liked what we did with Todd.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is you bring a trailer here, get the stuff through them, and they install it for you.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's options out there because something for everyone.
Yeah, and it's an awesome setup. We opted to do the install ourselves. You know that I love doing solar. I love learning about it. It's not something I've done a lot of. I've never done an end-to-end build by myself or ourselves. And so we went all in and we took the solar system out of our Delta and put it into our Paradigm, but it's a completely different setup.
Now, the solar system we had in the Delta honestly was overkill for that travel trailer.
Yeah.
But it was great.
It was. So we decided to do, we didn't go crazy on this one. We did 2,400 watts on the roof, which is a lot, but not like overkill. We did 2 multi+2 inverters. We did an auto transformer, which we've never done. So now there's load balancing, because one of the things we used to always gripe about is which AC's on, which leg, and can I run the microwave with the AC on? Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore. We have the wattage of the 2 inverters at all times, regardless of leg. If you ask the trailer to run 1,000 watts, it takes 500 from each leg, no matter where it's actually wired into. It's a wonderful setup.
Just don't run the AC with the microwave and air fryer at the same time. Ask me how I know.
But we have a 24 volt system, and we decided to do 2 of the big beard batteries, which is what we had. And so we have the equivalent of 1,200 amp hours at 12 volts. And we didn't do a DC to DC charger. We didn't mess with the 12 volt system. We left it completely intact from the factory. So a lot different than we've ever done, but it was fun and it was great to actually do it all the way through ourselves.
Yeah. And then just this afternoon, we spent a couple hours just kind of neatly after we finished. Then we're like, all right, let's make it a little prettier. But then I found a little box of lights, so we're gonna have to put those in there to.
As long as the weather holds out, we'll get it done tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you not sponsored or anything or a sales pitch, but if you're interested in solar and you want to do it yourself, but you lack the confidence or a little bit of know-how, this is a great opportunity to come to do it, to have experts on hand. They have all the equipment, all the connectors, all the fuses and wiring and everything. It makes life so easy. We never once had to run to a hardware store.
No,
not once.
Not once. And the cool part is you get to use his tools.
Yeah, you don't even have to own the tools.
There's tools out there that you need for this build that you're not going to need again once you build it.
Right.
So for us to be able to use those tools and not have to carry it around with us, it's great.
All right, I got a question for everybody. Who remembers the television show Martin from the 90s? Anybody remember the television show Martin from the 90s? I'm not squirreling. There is a reason for this.
Yeah, it's fun.
What do we got for comments? While we'll see if anybody remembers that show.
Okay, so yeah, upgrade solar. So David Pearson said, "Oh, Big Beard, I might need to do this with my Class C. Need a better system for Key West." Oh, definitely.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, we took our Delta down to Key West and stayed at 6B, the Navy base, and we boondocked with one of our friends next door to us. And
yeah, not peeping Tom, but his name is Tom.
Yeah, Tom and Debbie. So yeah, you definitely need solar and batteries.
Yes, and everybody nailed it. We are very, very predictable, apparently.
Yeah, and Chris still has all 10 fingers. So do I.
I do have a nice little, let's see if you can get that on camera. I've got a nice little blood blister that I got from pinching myself with some pliers today. That was fun. Martha's got some B-roll of me actually folded up like a taco in behind the pass-through wall. So you have your pass-through, and then you have the wall where all your spaghetti nightmare is. Well, in order to get to the transfer switch, I literally had to go into a full plank, crawl in behind the wall, and sit on the drop frame of our trailer to do it.
Our bay is so big, I actually had to get my little high horse, which is my step stool, to climb into the bay to get that picture for you.
Right. Oh, it was hilarious.
We're both in the bay, and then Todd was having to hand me stuff to hand to Chris.
Right. So anybody figure out what
So can you install yourself
without
experience on
their
help?
Yes, 100%. You don't have to know anything.
There's 2 other couples here, and
Joe and Jay. They're not couples. It's two different guys with their wives.
There's a Grand Design and a Brinkley, and they're doing that here.
And one of them has zero knowledge, no electrical knowledge, nothing, and they just walk you through it.
Yeah.
You do the work, they teach you everything you need to know, and they keep you safe in the process. So it's really cool.
Yeah, installing yourself, it was actually a lot of fun. I had fun, and I got to implement some design ideas too. That even
she had some amazing ideas, truly did. And she has everybody knows I'm the technical one, you're the artistic one. Mm-hmm. I'm the nerd, you're the artsy fartsy. And it's a great balance because you see things that I didn't.
But there's things that I was able to implement that was functionality, but also look good, because that's what matters, right?
Gotta be party.
Okay, so Robert said we're sitting now with 2 Quattros bought from Todd. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you, those Quattros, one of our neighbors over here that's doing a build, they've got the Quattros, and he came over right before we went live and we were talking, and they tried to overload his system, and he's like, they couldn't. He's like, we ran everything.
Yeah.
They got a good problem on their hands. I can tell you, the Multi+2s, you can overload those even with a auto transformer balancing.
Caleb wants to know if our shunt is installed correctly this time.
Yeah, I had to switch it back, Caleb. I had to, because it was running. They had the batteries on the right side of the shunt and the Delta just based on spacing, and now the batteries are on the left side of the shunt. So I had to go in there and reverse the shunt in order to put it together. But again, those are the things you learn about your system because you get to do it yourself.
All right. Now, you asked everyone if they've remembered the show Martin from the 90s.
Do you remember Martin saying, "Damn, Gina"?
Well, that's what we named our fifth wheel.
Gina. Because the first 4 people that saw our fifth wheel, whether through picture or in person, said, "Damn."
And they said it like, "Damn."
So we named her Gina.
Because we didn't know what to name her.
So, damn, Gina. Gina is the fifth wheel.
Yeah. So in the full body paint, it's not the regular, it's the newer paint scheme. So it's black, silver, gray, and white. Absolutely gorgeous.
No, it's absolutely filthy. It looks like we've been running through mud puddles. It's been raining like crazy out here.
Yeah, because we're on Todd's property and it was raining when we came in, and we've had rain throughout the week.
Mud everywhere.
It needs to get detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so of course we did a video of our experience here and kind of the process along the way, not a how-to for our Big Beard Battery Solar Clinic.
Just our experience.
Just our experience, and that's because there's so many different ways to install solar.
All 3 of us that are here right now, sorry, honey. All 3 of us that are here right now have different systems. One has 1 Multi+2 and 2 12-volt batteries on a 12-volt system. Mm-hmm. The other one has 2 Quattros, 3 Big Beard 24-volt Beast batteries, and we have 2 Multi+2s and 2 24-volt batteries. So all 3 systems are completely different, and they're all wired different with different components depending on how you do it. And that's why one of the things that people always ask, well, how much does it cost? As low as $7,000, as high as $30,000.
Well, it depends. And like the guy in the Brinkley, he got the
he did 1 Multi+2.
No, the solar panels he bought.
Oh, he bought stick-on, the flat panels that go on the roof.
The newer ones.
Yeah. So again,
it's just, it just depends how much there's so much that goes into it. So
yeah,
we never want to do a how-to on solar because it would only be great if you want to do exactly what we do on our rig for us, because there's so many different placements. And
honestly, there's so many nuances. Get it with a professional. Yeah. Just get some help. It's worth it. Yeah. Did we tell them we were hosting the West Side Alley Rally? I know you talked about the Facebook group.
So we're hosting the West Side Alley Rally August 21st to the 24th at Benelli Bluffs. We're working with another couple to co-host it.
It's in San Dimas, which is Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
And
they have a lot of rallies there. So
Grand Design holds a bunch of them.
Does, yeah. So we talked with one of our friends from Grand Design. I mean, he doesn't work for Grand Design, but
he's an ambassador and kind of unofficially ambassador. He hosts a ton of rallies.
Oh, he's like a rally on wheels. He's a great guy. So collaborating with him on future rallies after this summer, because he's already committed to different.
Yep. So August 21st to 24th in San Dimas, SoCal. If you want to come hang out, we always allow SOBs. Mm-hmm. Some of our favorite people are SOBs, and we don't hold it against you because we're an SOB to you.
That's right. Destination full time.
Right. We had a whole bunch of SOBs at our rally. It was awesome.
We did. It was so much fun. Oh, and our Southern Alley rally.
Yep.
That was a huge success. So it was during Mardi Gras. We had our first camper crawl. That was fun.
Yeah. And everybody made it home. The cops were only called one time. Yes, and I'm serious. Somebody called the cops because they lost their husband. No, I'm not joking. That is a thing.
He was in the camper crawl.
He was crawling.
He was crawling. They
just crawled in different directions. That's all. Nothing.
But not in any other campers.
Right. He didn't crawl into anybody else's camper, so it worked out just fine. The murder mystery dinner was a lot of fun.
It was 80s themed. So have you ever done a murder mystery dinner? If not, you need to. It was a lot of fun.
It was really cool.
Yeah, we had the dinner catered, and then it was just so many different fun events every day. Everyone kept saying they had a great time. So
yep, and then, like I said, Adrian and Ruth are taking it over
with Tony and Larry.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
So let's see. Here we go. We have a theme here. It must be rallies because we're heading to the Texas Alley Rally next.
Yes, we are. So actually, we're going to dip back after this build. We're going to go back to Florida, kind of reset, re-clean our rig, spring clean, and just
empty a bunch of crap out because we threw everything. We turned that poor little travel trailer into like a toy hauler, hauled everything up to Indiana. We bought it from QB Sales up there.
A little mom and pop's place.
Yeah, and so we picked it up in Indiana from QB. And then we loaded everything in here, and then we literally were there up in Indiana for 5 days just to make sure everything was okay, and then took off to Texas.
And it's easier for us to travel on the weekends for Chris's work.
Yeah, because I don't. I work all week. This week I took the week off for the solar build, just because it was going to be extremely important. And then so we're going to go empty the trailer out because inevitably overpacked, too much crap.
Well, and we left some stuff at what I call now the storage unit.
The house.
The house. So we left stuff there that we didn't need to bring to Indiana to Texas, and we decided to go back to Florida for a couple weeks, and then we're going to come back to Texas.
What are we doing in Florida while we're there? We're going to redeem ourselves on this fishing thing, aren't we?
Yes. So we're going to go fishing again, but it's at Fort Wilderness with Jason and Julie.
Yep.
Destination full time.
We're going to go make up for those little fish that we caught out in the deep sea, and we're going to go catch some Mickey bass.
Oh,
it's cheating, y'all. It's not fishing. You're using live bait in a private lake. But boy, it's fun.
Yeah, it is a blast.
Yeah. When we get done with going back to Florida, we're going to be coming back to Texas. Shocker. Yes. We're going to go to the Texas Alley Rally. But right before that, we're going to already make some modifications on our trailer. Shocker, right?
Yes, because that's us. That's what we do.
We are going to get a disc brake upgrade. We have the Lippert Tour coiling suspension right now, which the suspension is working out really well. I can't complain at all about that. But that's
something new that Alliance is putting on their rigs as one of the options. I mean, you can still get the leaf springs with the CRE 3000, the new Lippert Touring coil suspension, and independent suspension.
For Moride.
For Moride.
Yep, you can get all three of them. But this time we decided to do the Lippert. Nothing against Moride. We love them. The IS is amazing. We never got to release a video on our Delta. We actually had independent suspension on our little Delta travel trailer.
Yeah, we had that installed October of last year, and we tested it out. And we do have the video on that, but it can't be released right now.
Where we were, us and Joe and Rachel, two crazy campers, two crazy ketos, were demos, or what do you want to call them? Prototype testers for the travel trailer independent suspension. And I'll tell you, it is everything you could ever hope for from a independent suspension. It is awesome.
Yeah, and Moride has been working on that for a while because we had talked with them last year about it, like before we even ordered our travel trailer. So it was an honor to have the prototype in our rig. Yeah,
hopefully in the next month or two, they'll go to market with the IS, and then we'll release the video. We pre-recorded it because we want you all to know about it. But anyways, fast forward, the Lippert Touring Coil Suspension, TCS, has their anti-lock drum system. Now, I will say it is significantly better than standard drums because it uses a power booster to help increase the stop or reduce the stopping distance and increase the amount of pressure going to the drums. So that's cool. But it's not the same as disc brakes. We had D-Max disc brakes on our Paradigm.
Yeah, we had Hydrostar for a year, and then when we got the independent suspension on our Alliance Paradigm 340 RL, we had the disc brakes changed out to D-Max, and
they were great.
They were great.
So we're going to go over to D-Max. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to a TNC brake place in Texas, and we're going to have D-Max brakes put on our trailer. Not
and they're going to be there as well too. So
because they're going to do a bunch of testing to see the difference between our brakes right now, their brakes, and see where it all goes. But
because it's it's all new. I mean, the new Liberatory coil suspension.
Definitely something we wanted to do was get back into disc brakes, especially with the amount of traveling. And we're going to do a lot. We're going up to Pacific Northwest. We're going to go to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho in September.
I'm excited for that because we don't have the Idaho sticker on yet. It's that one and like Colorado. So those are going to definitely have to be on our list.
Yeah, everything else on the West Coast is done. So we'll get that done this year.
For Hawaii.
I already told you, lady. I know my plans. Tell me if I'm nuts, y'all. Here's my plan. Fly to Hawaii, rent a B van, go camping for a few nights on the island, whatever one we fly into. And that way we get our sticker. Because clearly you're not hauling this thing on a barge across the drink over there in the Pacific.
I mean, you could. That'd be very spendy.
So that's my thought. I want to be able to get the sticker that way for Hawaii. And I want to do that I got a gnat flying in my face. I'm not just
We've had the doors open a little bit, testing the solar panels.
So yeah, in 2026, that's our plan. We're going to hit Hawaii. We got 2 cruises coming up this fall. Oh, I kicked them.
You're fidgeting.
I'm a fidgeter, lady. You know this.
So we have 2 cruises planned this year. We have one for, I believe it's 4 days, and it's for Chris's birthday in August.
Woo-hoo! So
we're going to go to Catalina Island and someplace in Mexico.
Ensenada.
But after that cruise, we will be hitting Platinum for Royal Caribbean, and which is important because in October we're going on the Alliance Family Cruise, the second one. They had one 2 years ago, so they do this every other year now, and it's hosted by our Texas folks. So Charles and Leslie Tyre.
Oh, look at that. Good fishing in Hawaii. Do I see a trip coming up for us? We're gonna have a SOB rally in Hawaii, huh? All SOBs.
Yeah, all SOBs. Maybe we get some golf carts go racing again, huh?
Oh my God. Don't try to jump across golf cart to golf cart after camper crawling.
We didn't.
But there's evidence of somebody else doing that and not succeeding.
I can't post it, but it was funny.
I felt bad. Somebody jumped to the other golf cart while we were driving, hit their head on the roof, fell off the back of the golf cart, spilt their drink, rolled. They did tuck and roll. And they did not. The only thing they were upset about was whether or not they got their drink on them. It wasn't even like I fell, I jumped.
No. They were only upset that they spilled their drink.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Words are difficult.
Let's see. Oh, rally in May. Yes. So we'll be at the Alliance National Rally.
Right now, we're planning on flying in because obviously our RV will be out in California. We'll be moving that way in the end of April, very first week of May. Well, we're going to start the process in about 2 weeks. Then we're going to Texas, do our thing there. From Texas, we're going to start heading west to California. So end of April, beginning of May, we'll be out in California. Yeah,
but we have a lot of fun things planned for the Alliance National Rally. So
all I can say is somebody better bring their Speedo because somebody's going in a dunk tank.
Or a banana hammock.
There's a dunk tank and they've roped us in. We are going to get in the dunk tank and to raise money for a nonprofit called Family Cares. And they help out RVers and families of RVers. So we're going to be part of the fundraising process and get balls thrown at us.
Yep.
That ought to be interesting.
I'm okay with that.
It'll be nuts. All right. Did we cover everything on here? I think we've gone through all of our notes here. It's been nice to catch up and just kind of fill everybody in because, some of you have run across us on the road, know our chaos and heard our sob-ass story about all the confusion we're going through right now.
Honestly, it's been an emotional roller coaster, and I just want to give RV media creators a shout out. So Garrett, thank you. You guys, I've been such emotional wreck for this whole holiday season. And Garrett's been doing our editing. So I just want to say thank you. Huge shout out, because my brain just could not handle it. My heart, it's been hard. And some of you guys know a little more details about that. So
yep, it's been hard. That's why we have, I mean, we've been trying to stay up on top of the videos. We missed one last week because we were up in Elkhart picking up this, and then hopefully we'll get one out this week. We wanted to get a live out just to give you guys some updates, hit you up on the road and see how everybody's doing. And, you know, we're going to be finally doing some meetups and just doing more gathering. Unofficial, let's get together, hang out, have dinner, and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Anything in the comments that we need to answer?
Oh, we don't need the mental visual of Chris in a Speedo.
Nobody does. That's rude.
Yeah. Yes, you'll see the bird in the videos. Actually, do you want to go grab Buddy?
I'll grab Buddy. I'm not allowed to touch the camera. She's going to blame me.
Oh.
Holy crap, I'm knocking everything down.
So we got a chair off to the side and his iPad on there, and he went to walk by and it almost fell. So yeah, Buddy is our sweet little bird. Yeah, we'll get our walkthrough video out soon. We'll record it tomorrow. It's just been nuts just driving during the weekend and getting here and getting the solar set up. So the bay is actually cleaned out. We just got to pick up a little bit in here. We wanted to do the live first and now do all our announcements, catch everyone up, and then we'll do our tour video and show you guys. So we're really excited because we've actually been decorating around here, and Chris and I are just absolutely thrilled with this. We decided to go with the 375 because of the open floor plan and it being spacious. It just felt more residential to us.
He's flying around.
Yeah, he's flying around right now. It is interesting traveling with a bird.
Yeah, it's not like a dog. You can't say, like, come here.
So he sits on our shoulders and on our chest.
This is Buddy. And he shakes his butt at you. You got to face the other way, dude. You got to be on camera. Come here. Go say hi on the camera. So that's Buddy.
He's about 11 ounces.
He's a little dude.
Yeah, he's been really sweet. And actually, he had a special bond with Callie. He used to sing to her, and she'd snuggle up by his cage.
They don't want to hear that squawk.
No squawking.
All right. Well, I think we have covered everything. They've met Buddy.
Oh.
Good God. Right into the microphone. I am so sorry. Come here. No, you don't go up on the shoulder. No.
He wants your shoulder.
No. Go play. All right. Close us out, darling. I'm going to go deal with Squawky. Come here.
Just leave him on your shoulder. Thank you. He is a cute bird. He is actually really sweet. He does get a little squawky sometimes, but he's a bird.
They don't listen.
Yeah, he's not a very good listener, but he likes music. Go get him. He's actually clingy because when he didn't see Chris, he started screaming for him. Just come sit with your bird.
All right. Well, thank you all for catching up with us. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging around. Look forward to seeing everybody on the road soon. It's nice to be back to full-time, even if it will be eventually full-time weekend warriors.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions for us before we sign off, just let us know.
If not, you know our number. VenturesomeCouple.com.
Yes. And we're going to revamping our website again. We don't have merch available on our website right now. Skidoo took that off.
They quit doing dropship.
Yeah.
So
we're going to look for a new merch. Oh, buddy.
All right. Well, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.